Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the Virgo reading for September lessons and takeaways for all Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And of course, cross-watchers are also always welcome. Thank you for your patience, Virgo. It's been a bit of a week, and so these are a bit late, but I really appreciate you being patient and being with me on this journey to learn what your lessons and takeaways were for September. I will be doing all the September lessons and takeaways and all the October predictions almost back to back, so they will be coming out soon, so don't worry. Haven't forgotten you for what's going on in October either. And yeah, so let's take a look. While the universe is picking the cards for us, I do want to mention that this is what's known as YouTuber on YouTube. What that is that all YouTubers kind of make this challenge for themselves to put out a video pretty much once a day, at least once a day, for all of the 31 days. Now, as I said, I'm going to be putting out about 3 or 4 for the first week or so, just to get caught up. But your first card is actually the Two of Cups. I do have a couple of days closer to the end of the month that I have not slotted. Sorry, I thought something else got turned over. That I haven't kind of scheduled yet. So I'm asking all of you if you have any suggestions, if there's a reading you'd like to see, if there's a question you'd like that can be turned into something for the general audience. It can be a pick-a-card reading. It can be a singular reading the way this is. It can be an unboxing if you have a deck of cards that you'd like me to review. It can be you wanting to know more about tarot or the oracle cards, like what the suits mean, why certain oracle cards are better for some things than others, what the major arcana means, the Fool's Journey, as they call it, for tarot, that kind of thing. Oops, whoa, close one. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles. Amazing. Love it. We have the Emperor. Awesome. We also have Justice card. We have the Three of Cups in reverse to clarify for the Two of Cups. Intriguing. Let's see if we can find out what the other clarifiers are. So yeah, if you have anything that you want to suggest, please just leave a comment under the video, and yeah, I will review everybody's suggestions, everybody's questions, try and get to them. If a whole bunch of people kind of go with something similar to each other, then I'll try and make it so that it all comes very close together, so that I can do them all at the same time. We have the Ace of Cups to clarify for the King of Pentacles. So like if, just as an example, because I don't usually do that kind, or haven't yet anyway, not specifically. If one of you or more wants to do a love reading, and like a whole bunch of Geminis want to do a love reading, then of course that would be one of the readings. High Priestess. If you have a reading suggestion and you're thinking you're the only person who's going to suggest it, and you're a bit nervous about putting your thoughts out there, never be nervous. I mean, it could be that you may not be the only person thinking about that, but you could be the only person who's sort of brave enough to bring it up, as they say. It could be a whole bunch of people all thinking the same thing and going, oh, but I don't know if anybody wants that. If you've thought of it as a reading, then guaranteed that it's something that's being requested or needs to be requested. Oh, there we go. And we have the Ten of Swords to clarify for the Justice card. Okay, Virgo, so what I'm seeing for you for your lessons and takeaways for September is that you have a love interest or a partnership with either a friend, a coworker, that kind of thing. It could be a business relationship as well. Whatever it is, it was almost like it was just the two of you hanging out together without anybody else. I'm hearing that for some people. I'm also hearing for other people that there was a little bit of like a spark had left that particular relationship. So any kind of celebrating, any kind of going out together. Now, granted, I mean, if you guys have been in quarantine, then yeah, you're not going to be going out much. But this doesn't necessarily have to be going out to like bars or out to night dinners or whatever. It can be anything like going out to the park to go for a walk. It can be going to long drives into the country, that kind of thing. But it's kind of it's missing that, or that's kind of gone away from this particular relationship. And so you've got you, so the King of Pentacles, so your own self, your mastery within your 3D existence. And it's like you're offering a new cup, or because of an offer of a new love. It doesn't have to be somebody new, it can just be a sort of rejuvenation of a relationship. Not a reconciliation, but just sort of like let's kick this thing back into gear because it's become stagnant for whatever reason. Maybe the two of you are working, maybe being sequestered together for so long because of the quarantines and stuff has you kind of going nuts because it's too much time together. So it's kind of wanting to bring back that spark. And so you've come into your own power as far as coming up with plans and concrete ways of doing that. But you've got the Emperor here. So it can be an Aries that you're dealing with as well with regard to this, or just that energy of leadership, of just power and knowledge and just being the person to make out all the plans and just go with everything. And having that, it's almost like an intuition with you that you are supposed to be the one to make the plans, because whoever this other person is that you're dealing with may not be, it's not that they're not interested necessarily, but they may be kind of waiting for you to make the next move, sort of thing, you know. Or if it's a new person that you're dealing with, and some people are dealing with somebody new because this didn't work out, so you're trying something different. This person is sort of maybe used to doing all of the planning for everybody else, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to see where let's see where this Virgo can take this. Let's see what this Virgo can do. So your intuition is pulling you into that state, knowing that this person's kind of backburnering it. You're kind of taking that Emperor, you're taking that leadership yourself, and you're going ahead with this. Unfortunately, with situations like that, what I'm seeing, and I'm really seeing that especially for those where you've got somebody, you might be feeling intuitively also that this person may be playing a bit with you, and you don't like that, which, granted, who would, right? So for some of you, I'm seeing this, whatever this is, as a kind of ending to this relationship, unfortunately. So you've got the Justice card, which kind of brings everything back into balance, and you could be wanting to, you're like, okay, well, I've been taking the reins for this for like ever, you know, and you ask them to kind of come up with some stuff too, and either their attempts are I know it sounds almost high school, but their attempts are lame, or just not thought out. There's like zero effort put in, and it kind of makes you done. Like literally, you are 10 of swords. You are done with this. You're kind of like, no, I'm not going to be the one to make all the plans if you can't even, you know, put in enough effort to make a plan for one for even like one dinner or one, event, just the two of you, then this is probably somebody that you are or should. And I hate telling people what to do, but at the same time, if it was me and I was dealing with somebody who was literally putting like zero effort in, and I was doing everything all the time, then yeah, I would be the one to be like, no, no, this is something I'm walking away from. I don't have the Eight of Cups here. That could be what your October is going to show. But if you're dealing with somebody who's not putting in as much effort as you, and by that I mean I'm not saying somebody who has maybe lost their job so they can't put in that you pay for half, I pay for half thing, or somebody who's maybe on a depression because with everything going on, they're very affected by the state of the world. But somebody who's literally just, you can tell, you literally, I mean, you've got the High Priestess. You can tell when somebody's making an effort, when somebody isn't making an effort, and sometimes why they're not making an effort. Like if it's just because they just don't, then that's somebody that you just don't, need to be around. And I can see that that's kind of the sort of internal conversation you've been having with yourself lately, Virgo. And this is literally your takeaway right now, is that yes, this is, the universe is saying, you know what, you are right. This is the way you should go. So, yeah, this is what I have for you, Virgo. This is a little bit quicker than usual, I know, and maybe a little bit specific, but this is what I have for your lessons and takeaways. Just the overall is basically the takeaway for any Virgo, and for actually anybody who's watching it. You can be a cross watcher, you can just be somebody who just randomly turned this video on, is that if, like I said, if you're putting in all of the effort and the other person is putting in zero, and it's just because they're just not invested, then that's not the person that you're meant to be with in any respect. So that is your takeaway. That is the lesson. It's been an honor. Thank you for, again, your patience and waiting for this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.